Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth, and fancy seeing you here in June. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Are you feeling charitable? Then smash the subscribe button and the like button, and please do follow me on Twitter at MoviesTVMad. So, isn't it funny that I barely get any views, not even 1,000 subscribers, and most of my subscribers don't even bother supporting the channel. But I have more information than the elite YouTubers, or the ones who think they're elites. Yes, a few weeks ago, Humberto Gonzalez said that they were no longer looking to develop a Supergirl movie and instead would focus on Henry Cavill's Superman. The report made no sense because Gonzalez actually said they had no plans to make a Man of Steel sequel and he would just show up in the odd DCEU movie. Listen, it wasn't true information, and Humberto has come up with some perlers lately that have been accurate. Well, actually, only one thing's been accurate, and that's he heard about Zack Snyder's Justice League being announced a few days before it was. Now, this would have been an easy thing to find out because a few people knew about this within the DCEU fandom as well. So, from what I'm being fed, is that along with the Bat Family being developed by Matt Reeves, and they'll be integrated in his movies, not necessarily a trilogy, via streaming TV shows on HBO Max and cinematic movies, if cinemas don't die by then, let's hope not. So they're going to do the same with the Superman family, with the Superman crest, with the House of L. So what they're doing is they're going to have their own Superman, which is not Henry Cavill. They're going to have Supergirl, Superboy, who is Connor Kent. They're developing all these things. You could actually have a Connor Kent Superboy movie as well. He could be introduced in J.J. Abrams' Superman movie. We don't know yet. Now, earlier I spoke about, on today's DC Daily, about some of the announcements I'm predicting they're going to make at DC Fandom. And I definitely believe that Supergirl, the Supergirl movie, will be announced. Who will be working on this? I don't know. Listen, Supergirl is a fabulous character. I discovered her via Helen Slater's Supergirl movie, which a lot of people think is rubbish, but I actually enjoyed. I thought she really did the character justice. Melissa Benoist is a great actor. I think she's been let down with some of the stuff she's had to do on that show. But again, Supergirl has a fandom on TV. And hey, Melissa Benoist may extend her TV run into film. But this is the multiverse strategy we're talking about. So there's more than one Supergirl out there. Now, I've always been convinced that Supergirl would be in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, I think Zack's kind of thumbed that down. But at this moment in time, I think Zack's given so many spoilers, we could probably kind of blink and miss a bit of his Justice League, which I would never do, by the way. Wouldn't surprise me if there is some kind of Supergirl cameo in there, but more than likely, Zack was always planning to bring Supergirl into Man of Steel 2, or the Bat BVS sequel, or the Justice League sequel, or whatever they were going to do. Superman's arc is a is a 5-picture arc, or however many Justice League sequels they were planning, or Zack Snyder's Justice League series they're planning now. So eventually, Supergirl was going to be involved. I was always confident about this, that this DCEU had plans for Supergirl. In no way did I ever think that when we heard they were developing a Supergirl movie, that means no Superman, or vice versa. Just because they're focusing on Superman again, they're not going to have Supergirl. AT&T's remit and agenda is to focus on the graphic novels. Look at graphic novels, be faithful. Things like the Bat Family, things like the Super Family. Justice League Dark, that family as well. Just to integrate the comic books and be as accurate and great. Doom Patrol is a great kind of barometer of what AT&T want to do. Now, Doom Patrol really started, I think, probably just before AT&T bought the company, if I'm correct. Now, when you look at Doom Patrol, it's a great adaptation of the comics. It's so unique. It hasn't been kind of changed to fit the remit of TV or film. Really good actors, really great writers, and Jeremy Carver has done a great job adapting those graphic novels, and it's great. Just started watching season 2, haven't completed the first episode yet, not because I don't want to, just because there's so much going on. basically loving season 2, episode 1 so far. So if you want to look at a good barometer for what they're attempting to do with the Bat family, the Shazam family, which they've already integrated, by the way, in the first Shazam film, right? It's all been set up. It's all there. And developing a Superman family is very important to AT&T, Warner Media, and HBO Max. And these things will be spread about all these projects. And Supergirl, I don't know where she would land, in cinema or streaming on HBO Max. I'm not sure, but they're definitely looking to do this. I expect this definitely to be announced. Now, some announcements won't have directors or actors attached, but they'll definitely let you know what's going on. We know that Walter Hamada's there, so he's there for a reason, isn't he? He's there to inform us and tell us what's going on. And I think there's nothing more exciting than knowing we're developing the Bat family, that we're developing the Super family. Because Superman has been underdeveloped. Even when you go back to Superman the movie, they've never taken the character and expanded him enough. And making Helen Slater's Supergirl film was ambitious back in the time. But they only did it because they were fed up of telling Superman stories, because they felt people were getting fed up of Superman. And they wasn't. They just, in the end, weren't making good Superman films. Superman 3 and Superman 4 are not great Superman films. I can see them and look back and say, well, that was my childhood. I can sit down and watch these, of course. But, you know, the Salkinds dropped the ball. They dropped the ball because they sacked the genius, who was Dick Donner, because he had plans for 5 Superman films. Him and Tom Mankiewicz, geniuses, right? But they got rid of the brains of the outfit, who gave us Superman movie, one of the best superhero movies ever made. So Supergirl is in development. It never stopped being in development. Plans are being sped up now because AT&T are really looking to develop this whole IP. And as I say, it's not just about IP over at Warner Media. Sorry, let's say that again. It's not just about DC over at Warner Media. Harry Potter, they're doing a Gremlins animated series as well. So they're grabbing their IPs, but they're getting the best people for the job. This will not be rushed. This is not another Justice League 2017. If you're a fan of anything that's part of the Warner Media IP, you should be very, very excited because, you know, the way they're developing all of this is to make HBO Max and Warner Media and that stamp the most successful in the entertainment industry. And with cinemas dying a death, it's very important now, because not only will you have exclusive content on HBO Max and Disney Plus, some of this stuff will be sold to Netflix, where they can make more money on the old cinematic releases, if you like. Instead of going to cinema, you know, big first look deals will be bandied about, and not necessarily on the streaming services of the studios who own, you know, said streaming services. So the business is changing. But one thing that's not changing is their plans for DC. And we're going to find out their plans at the DC Fandom. And one of those plans that's going to be announced is a Supergirl movie. And I can't wait to find out what it's all about. Are you happy about that? Are you excited? Are you a Supergirl fan? I certainly am. Obviously, Superman is my main character. But Supergirl is awesome when you do her properly. Comment down below, like, share and subscribe. And maybe I'll be back later. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow with the DC Daily. See you again soon.